I'm Richard Lewis reporting for CadRed.org. You caught us mid-kiss there. And I'm with Fragmasters Toxic, who've just gone out the tournament in familiar circumstances. But I don't want to talk about that just yet. I want to talk about the team change that happened just prior to Copenhagen Games, and that was Barbar, leaving the team, being removed. I don't know. I'm going to ask the captain first, socN. We'll come to you. Okay, NeiL, what happened there, and why did you have to take the decision that you did?
It wasn't really working out. There's a lot of arguments going on between Barbar and Soren, kind of after ICs. They kind of had different ideas of how they wanted to play, and it didn't really go well. I mean, practice was kind of getting bad. He was getting a bit upset, and he had a lot of problems going on at home. I think he was kind of stressed out. So we kind of just said, look, we don't really want to take you to this LAN if things are going to just go bad and we're going to embarrass ourselves completely. But we kind of failed again. But it's easier to come in with lower expectations. So yeah.
I mean, were you a little bit worried that losing a big name 1.6 person was maybe going to take some of the shine off the team and the organisation?
Not really. I don't really care about that 1.6 stuff, to be honest.
People,
it's on HLTV and stuff. I suppose all the Swedish fanboys and stuff would go ape shit, but it wasn't too bad, to be fair. Andre done really good with us, and it taught us some stuff from 1.6, but we kind of had different ideas in that respect to how you want to play the game. So he had these ideas from 1.6, which we weren't really used to. So it was kind of hard to work to kind of mix the two with such 4 source players and one 1.6er. So maybe if we had more 1.6ers, his ideas would have come across a bit easier. So.
And of course, the replacement was Kevin, a fellow Dane. Did you have any influence in him being brought into the team? Because I know you Danish guys are slowly taking over Fragmasters.
Yeah, we're writing out all the UKs. The next. When was it Wednesday? I think I didn't want to play with Andre anymore. I couldn't be asked because I just couldn't. The first person I typed to was Kevin, because I know Kevin got the X factor. If he hits the day, no matter if he has played or not, he will destroy anyway. And he did in some games.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he played good, every game. He didn't fall through, fail. So I think he did well. He had 0 hours when I asked him to play, and he was, let's do it.
You've already answered the next question. You were impressed with Kevin's performances. I thought he was one of the standout players for you guys. Is he going to stay in the team? Is that the plan, to keep him in full time, or are we going to have to wait and see what happens?
We are going to Birmingham with Kevin next week, but after that I think we will depend on our result, of course. But I think we'll need to see what we do afterwards, with our team and things, because as people know, we haven't done so good in the tournaments. I think we need to see if this is the best decision, what we can do better, and just work from there.
You had a close game with ESC Gaming. That's what's effectively put you out the tournament. Everyone's going to be talking about the repetition of a certain incident, and that is the non-buying of a diffuse kit, which has gone on to be crucial in the game, which of course, for those who did miss it, happened to them at I-48 against Dignitas. So I know, these little mistakes keep creeping into the game. Is it something that's now starting to play on your mind? Do you guys feel like you're just cursed?
Yeah, kind of. I see as well, that stuff happened. It wasn't just once, it happened 5-6 times. And then this event, it kind of ironed itself out. It didn't really happen, but it kind of came up at the worst moments and just bit us on the arse, losing an entire game because of that. It's not really SMS fault, but I think it's because the diffuse kits were so expensive as well. People just kind of, if you don't have enough money, then you can't really do much. But yeah.
How did SMF take it? Is he upset that he's kind of cost the guys the game?
I think he's a little bit upset on his own, takes it all on himself. But in the end, it's there were so many other rounds we could have won. Didn't really matter that much. I think it was 14-14. So, and the last round, to draw, we could have won that so easy, but we didn't. So 16-14, I think that's okay result from how we played at this event. Yeah.
Are there any positives you can take from Copenhagen games? Because I know you guys seem pretty dejected and tired, and there's been a lot of drama throughout the whole tournament, really. Are you guys going into Birmingham, with a lack of confidence, or are there things you can think, actually, that went pretty well for us?
Yeah, coming back from I-Series when we lost to Dig, that was a bit of a kick in the balls because they've only been a team for like 2 weeks, so we kind of thought, like, we almost lost a Monday straight as well, so it's like, we're really low on confidence, and I think that may have been why we kind of made the decision to try and like remove Andre, see if we could change something, because I think if we came with him it would have still been exactly the same. But yeah, after we changed, I think we've got a little bit better. I mean, we lost to Quantic, it was like 16-9, 16-10, but they're quite a good team. That was our first game. Then we lost to the Norwegians, that temp team, but they're beating everyone right now, so I'm guessing they're having quite a good LAN. And then we beat Attacks, so I'm getting 14 wins off ESC. I suppose there's some positives you can take from that, but next week's going to be tough for sure.
Let's look ahead to Birmingham. I mean, it's a much weaker field in the sense of what we've got here at Copenhagen games, but there's still going to be some old rivalries there. You're going to be playing some teams that you're familiar with and some big names. And Nexus, obviously, you're going to be there. You'll have a chance to resume hostilities with Dignitas as well. What are you guys looking at going into that event, especially bearing in mind you're using Kevin again? Have you set yourselves a target? I mean, do you need to get top 3 at that event?
I don't think we need to get top 3. I think top 3 would be great, but I don't exactly expect top 3. It's like the last couple of games we played, we found out how we should play. Like when we played Attacks, we played with confidence. Like didn't really give a fuck, just outplayed them. Took all the duels individually, and we owned them. And I think we know how to play together now, and how we should play, and not like do straight tactics.
That was a good answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do okay at Birmingham. Maybe top 5.
Yeah. I mean, what about though as well in terms of, right, I've said this many times in interviews with you guys, you've got a great sponsorship, you've got a great manager, you've got great support, and you're an established brand now within esports. How much longer can the team go without really starting to hit those highs before you guys think, this is disappointing?
Yeah, it is disappointing every time, especially when you've got Darren, like you said. I've been with FM for like a year and a half now. And we've kind of progressed and done a little bit better each event, like in CSS anyway. And it's kind of hard always just to find that extra 2 people. We've always been like the core lineup for like 3-4 times. But every time it's kind of disbanded and we've needed to find the next 2 or 3 players. I've always said to Darren, look, if you want to get rid of us, then find another team. But he's always stuck by us and gave us a chance. So yeah, we'll see. We can only do our best. So if it doesn't work, hopefully they'll give us another chance. But if not, then you can't blame them. So.
Well, we'll move the focus from you and we'll talk about the rest of the tournament here. Obviously, Na'Vi out of the running. I suppose I should probably spend my day asking what people think of that. I wasn't too impressed. I thought it was very disrespectful to all the teams that were still here. What's your take on it as a captain who's been in some difficult situations?
I don't know. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of abuse for this, but everyone that says the 1.6ers are so professional and all that pish, it's like, ESC are assholes sometimes. Na'Vi are assholes by the looks of it, and it's like, if they're so professional, they just seem so stubborn and they think they can get away with anything. So it's like, just to pull out of a tournament because you get defaulted, it's like, I think they're on a salary, aren't they? So it's like, you're getting paid to play the game, just play. Who cares if you've dropped the map? You should have been, like every other team came here at 9 o'clock and set up. They should have been here at 9 o'clock as well. So.
Do you have any opinions? Because I know you're usually an outspoken person.
The Na'Vi thing was dumb, I think. I had nothing really to say about it. It's like, well, great trip home. Well, I don't know. Yeah, and the 1.6s are, it's like so professional, and it's like we waited 20 minutes for EC to join the server, and I came over to Taz and said, would you join the fucking server? And it came to my face. Get on my face, get on my face, like really. And I moved on. And still, 5 minutes later, we knifed. And after that, they had to stand up and talk to each other after the knife. They couldn't do that before the knife. And apparently, someone had to take a massive shit.
Because it took like a fucking ages to begin the fucking game.
Well, we'll move on from massive shits and we'll get to massive tournaments. Who's going to win? I mean, is it Nips again? I'm getting bored of asking people who do you think is going to win because the answer's always the same. Okay, let's change the question then. Who can beat Nip here that's left in the competition?
Fairy games, I guess, that's it. Like, Fnatic look okay, but I would have said maybe a Nexus, but they kind of seem to be struggling a little bit just now. I know Sam was getting a bit upset with certain individuals when I was spectating them, so I'm not sure. Maybe if they can put that behind them and move on tomorrow, they can maybe take a few rounds off them. But
tomorrow, I don't think
tonight. Sorry, yeah.
What about any teams that have surprised you? Epsilon probably is going to be one of the names that are around there. A lot of people thought they were cheating and weren't going to do very well at this LAN. Has that changed your opinion, their performance?
Yeah, they seem to be doing really well. I haven't actually spec their games yet, but they were doing really good early on. So yeah, it's impressive. And that Norwegian team were really good as well. They've got some good individual players.
Temp
Norwegian team, yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, just some final thoughts before I let you go and start relaxing and sightseeing around Copenhagen or whatever you're going to do with your remaining time. Basically, what are the plans for Fragmasters? I know you got Birmingham next up, and I know you're going to look at maybe changing the team again. Long term, I mean, where are you guys going to be at? What's going to be happening?
After Birmingham, we'll have to depend on our result. We will have to think all talk together if this is the best for Fragmasters because. I think maybe if we fail at the Birmingham, I maybe think Toxic could 5 UKs. So me and Daniel should step out because I really think in some ways the team could be better if they had 5 UK players.
Are there 5 good UK players then?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It was always a risk getting the Danish guys in at the start. I wasn't totally for it, but then when I played a couple of games with Danny and Soren, I was fine with it. But it's like you said, it's kind of hard when they've obviously got different ideas from different other teams, and it's like SMF, for example, has always been in a team that's had loads of strats and just totally drilled, whereas me and Phil and most UK teams we just like to work on and adapt to how they're playing, and it's really hard to do that if our communication is probably one of the reasons why we're doing so badly, and it's if I'm calling stuff and people aren't exactly listening, then it's a total mess. So yeah, I think we'll need to see what happens, but I don't know what UK players we could get, to be honest. There isn't many, so we'll need to see what happens. Well, look, it's always great to talk to you guys, and don't be too downbeat. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Birmingham, and hopefully we'll have a much more upbeat interview then, I'm sure we will. And thanks for the thing about the massive shit, hilarious. It never disappoints, this guy. Anyway, to all the people out there, Canada.org, do stay tuned to our website. We're going to have more interviews like this one from the final day of Copenhagen Games 2013.